Guitar Shifts! Welcome back to my channel. If for some reason you didn't see the title of this video, then you know that I recently bought a new guitar. This is excellent news. But plot twist, it's not all excellent news. In fact, I could even say that I have some bad news. Bad enough to piss me off! And even though I'd love to tell you the bad news and throw some negativity into your day, we all know that Brandon is a fun-loving, family-friendly YouTuber that would never say anything to offend anyone. If you've ever watched my previous videos, you know this to be 100% the case. You're all a bunch of bitches and I hope you never find love. So first I want to talk to you about the positives of this situation. The main one being, I bought a new guitar and it's sexier than you. But don't feel bad, it's sexier than me too. Before I show you what it is, let's see if you have a good enough knowledge of guitars to be able to identify what kind it is only by hearing it. What could it be? A Telecaster? A PRS? A Les Paul? An Ibanez? Alright, I won't make you wait any longer, but first, make sure you fuck up that like button. It's a Telecaster, American Ultra to be specific. It's sexy as fuck. Let's take it for a spin. If you thought that was some fire playing, then make sure you fuck up that like button, but don't subscribe to my channel. Fun fact, this is actually my first pro quality guitar. I built my entire YouTube channel using lower quality to mid quality gear. Don't ever use your gear as an excuse not to do great things. I've been playing cheap guitars my whole life, and the difference really is night and day. The neck is smoother, the intonation is perfect, the action is nice and low, and there's no fret buzzing at all. It just overall feels easier to play. I literally feel like I can play faster. And the tone that you heard in that solo is a tone that I've been chasing for years. I've always wanted to sound exactly like you just heard me play. So now that I've invested in this beautiful instrument, I feel like I have to upgrade also as a musician to do it justice. I've been playing it a lot since I got it and my fingers are actually starting to get pissed off. I also want to give you chefs out there some credit because if you didn't watch my videos or enroll in 52-week guitar player, I wouldn't be able to afford that guitar. So for that reason, I've decided to not insult you during this video. But there's always next time. Wait a minute. Who the fuck is that guy? All right, now let's check out some clean tones. Another thing that I've noticed about switching from a cheap guitar to an expensive guitar is how much more sensitive it is to touch, dynamically speaking. If I play aggressively, it responds accordingly. And if I play softly, well, the same shit happens. Now I know what you're thinking. Brandon, all you've been doing is talking about how much you enjoy this guitar. Get to the fucking point already. All right, if you're that much of an impatient asshole, then don't subscribe to my channel and let's get down to business. So the reason that I said I was pissed off actually has nothing to do with the guitar itself. The reason that I was frustrated has to do with how the guitar came into my possession. Basically, it's not every day that I go and spend $3,000 on a guitar. So I wanted to film it. I've got a YouTube channel here. I thought I could make a video out of the experience. The type of video that I wanted to make was basically, a meme style video. I would go into the store and I would try out a lot of lower end guitars. I would say that I've only been playing for a few weeks, and I would say I had like a job at Walmart or something. And I would just make it seem as if I was never going to buy the specific guitar that I did. Like, why would a Walmart employee that's been playing for a couple weeks buy a Telecaster? It didn't make any sense. But the title of the video would be something like, actually buying the nice guitar at the guitar store. Because as we know, a lot of people go into guitar stores, they play the expensive guitars, but they don't buy them. So that was the joke there. After having this brilliant idea, I figured I would call the music store that I was gonna go to and ask them beforehand if it was okay to film this video. I spoke to the manager and he seemed like he was down for the idea, but it wasn't up to him. I would have to contact someone higher up in the company and ask their permission. So I did that. He gave me their information and I sent them an email. I heard back from them a day later and we got to talking, started sorting out the details. Now, long story short, this person actually was on board. Like, I had told them what I would be putting in the video and the things that I would be saying, and they laughed. They thought it was a funny idea. But somewhere in the communication that I wasn't a part of, they came to the conclusion that I shouldn't be able to film the video. Now, this was the part that really bothered me because I understand from their perspective, they don't want someone coming in and having other people on camera. It's like a privacy thing. I get it. But what we would do is talk to the employees and make sure everyone was made aware of this. And I wasn't gonna have any strangers being the center of the video. It was only gonna be me and whatever employee was helping me. Now, I actually specifically asked that they get an employee who was chill and would probably be okay with being on camera. And as for the camera, I was gonna say, oh yeah, like I just wanted to film the experience of buying my first guitar. Because if they were in on the joke, it wouldn't work, because they had to think that I was just some random dude coming in and I was buying a guitar that was like way out of my range, skill-wise and financially. So they couldn't be in on the joke, but the rest of the staff would be in on the joke so they wouldn't freak out when they saw someone with a camera running around the store. That was the plan. But they decided not to do it, and I don't know the specific reason, but I think it's because they didn't want to have their employees on camera. And I just think that they were honestly focusing too much on the negatives. If you look online, there's a lot of videos that have Guitar Store in the title that did very well. Millions of views on some of these videos. And I don't know if this video would have gotten 1 million, but certainly between 100 to 200,000 I think is reasonable. I'm not gonna say the name of the music store, but it's a pretty big one in Canada. So, I mean, if you read the comments, you'll probably be able to figure out what it is, because I assume some people are gonna be guessing and they're probably gonna be right. Now, when I actually did buy the guitar, the person that helped me was great. He was a super nice guy, and he took me very seriously, and he was very knowledgeable. He knew his stuff. I can't actually remember what his name was. My problem is just more like, okay, I get your side, but you're only focusing on the negatives of the situation. You're only focusing on what could go wrong. You're not focusing on what could go right. Think about it. I'm coming in and I'm buying a $3,000 product, and I'm also gonna put it online, and 100 to 200,000 people are gonna see this. There's so much more that could go right as opposed to what could go wrong. And that's what they missed. And I think I think it was really stupid. But at the same time, it's like, it's just the society that we live in now. Everyone's afraid of being sued. You can't say anything offensive to anyone because they get pissed off, and then you might get a lawsuit, a damaged reputation, all that bullshit. And it's like a bubble wrap society. If I had asked a different music store in maybe a different province or even a different country, maybe it would have been a different story. But it's just frustrating. I was so mad when I read the original email saying that the video couldn't be filmed that I debated not buying the guitar. The reason that I still went ahead and bought it is because I didn't want to wait. Like with the coronavirus, I'd have to wait a while to get the guitar that I wanted, and I just wanted to get it fast so I could make YouTube videos. And I have some new modules for 52-week guitar player that I want to film, and I wanted to use nice gear for that. I didn't want to use the gear that I was using. Not that it was that bad, but I want to have professional gear if I'm selling a professional product, which I am, and I'm making professional videos here on YouTube as well. I'm not trying to sound like a whiny bitch, but it really frustrated me, and I was really angry at the whole situation because I know I'm not a fucking idiot. I wouldn't let something go wrong with this video. I told them that I would only have myself on the camera and whoever was helping me, and they would be told afterwards if they didn't want to be on the camera, they didn't want it going online, I wouldn't post it online. But they didn't even give me the chance. They were just like, no, this is just not a good idea, we can't do it. And it's just like, man, you guys just suck. Like, you actually suck, dude. So yeah, anyway, okay, bye.